never done this before, but I'm gonna try to do a recap with a voice overlay. I don't know how good that's gonna be. I don't even know if the audio right now is gonna be good. So I will be having to do a recap because I didn't put an hour worth of footage in my last video, and I just want to keep everything and everybody up to date with what's going on. This can get confusing, and knowing what's actually happening and what you're actually meant to be understanding. So I want to take a step back and explain to you what happened in the past hour. So the last thing I did do was help out the NCR at the Mojave outpost. I helped them clear out their ant problem, and I even went to go to Nimpton and be a spy to see what was going down at Nimpton, because we thought there were powder gangers taking over a village, but instead it was actually the Legion honing in on the NCR. Further up from Nimpton, we ended up hitting Novak, and I saw this really cool dinosaur. Decided to see what was inside, and to my surprise, there was a vendor named Cliff. And Cliff actually has a special gun that is called that gun, and he seems to be the only vendor that has that gun. And later in the playthrough, I did end up finding out that you could just pick lock his door, and his gun is actually in his toy pantry, so free with the cost of karma, which in my case is a great deal. Decided to look around and did find a man named Manny, and Manny does have a mission for us to go and check out the feral ghouls at a close by facility. He just wants us to clear it out, make sure everything's good to go. For what purpose, I wasn't sure. I then headed west from Novak to get to the facility. Ended up taking some loot just before heading in, things like ammo, weapons, and armor, and immediately greeted by a few ghouls. Decided to take them out and trying out my new gun. It has some kick to it and has decent reload speed, and it makes a really cool noise when you pull it out. Making my way within the building, I was immediately bombarded by a voice on the intercom asking me to help them. And I then fought my way up and found where they were hiding. Authorizing myself with the special passcode, I then rushed to go find a ghoul named Jason. Jason talks about a place called Far Beyond and needs our help getting there. He needs us to go down in the basement and kill all the Night Stalkers so that he and his comrades can go gear up and pretty much go to space, or what he calls the Far Beyond. While I was in the basement, I did find a lot of components to build new mods, to build new guns, ammo, just a lot of junk, useful junk. And after taking out all the Nightkin, I ended up going back to talk with Jason, and he said everything was great. So he got geared up and we headed down to the basement and actually asked me to pick up a few components before their liftoff. Calling for a combobulator and some engine thrust fuel, I headed to Old Lady Gibson and bought a combobulator for 500 caps. Not my proudest buy, but to see them all dressed up in their costume made me so happy. It made it all worth it.
Companion, to our new friend, we say thanks and promise never to forget how we cleared from our path the demons who sought to stay our journey.
I wish you guys luck. And was able to convince Chris, one of the scientists at the facility, to come back to Novak since he had nowhere else to go. And he seems pretty happy here. So it's good to have you, Chris.
Thanks for telling me about this place.
Told Manny about what went down at the facility, and he seems very appreciative. And apparently that whole mission was so Manny had a reason to give me information on Benny. And Benny is the guy who shot me at the beginning of the game for carrying the platinum chip, which I'm very unsure what the platinum chip does. There we have it. We're all caught up, I hope. There's always gonna be something I missed, but I hope you got the gist.
Gather all. May the Creator guide my words and help me speak true. The Almighty Creator has seen fit to answer our prayers. The time has come for us to board the rockets and begin the great journey. Though it may seem that all humans despise us, the Creator has seen fit to instruct us differently. The journey ahead would have been impossible if not for the intercession of two